We're going to head on out to the phone lines. We're going to welcome in former Oregon Duck quarterback. He's the third overall pick in 99 by the Bengals. Follow him on Twitter, Instagram, at Akili_Smith. Y'all give it up one time. Akili Smith, y'all.
How you doing?
I'm good, brother. What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Sitting here watching Monday Night Countdown, getting ready to go to my son's practice.
No doubt, man. So yeah, little active weekend in the sports world. I want to start there, man. I want to start with, because that's what I was talking about before I had you on, talking about all this stuff going on. Donald Trump comes out, calls the NFL players some sons of bitches, and says they should be fired if they protest police brutality and racial injustice in America. I'm just gonna lay lay the blanket over you, man. Just what were your thoughts as far as
absolutely ridiculous.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry to cut you off. I thought you were done. It's absolutely ridiculous what Trump is talking about. You know, it's embarrassing that he's the leader of our country right now. He has no business even mentioning anything about that when Puerto Rico is struggling. Houston is struggling. You know, we got problems with different countries and things of that nature, and you're worried about the NFL protests. You're worried about Stephen Curry, and it's embarrassing. It's an embarrassing time right now here in America.
Your man is an imbecile, man. He's a total buffoon of an idiot. Here's what I said earlier in the show, though, and the question I asked was, why did it take this weekend over 200 people to find their moral compass, or 200 players to find their moral compass? Like, I saw the video of Philando Castile. I saw the cat in South Carolina get shot in the back running away. I saw all these cats getting murdered by the police, but it took this idiot who everyone knows is an idiot calling these players names for them to finally, say, okay, now that's the line I'm going to draw. I don't know how to feel about that, man, and I want to know how you feel about that.
And in the beginning, it started off as Kaepernick protesting the injustices, and it had nothing to do with the flag.
Right, exactly, nothing.
He just chose that time to do it, because obviously everybody is still, and he felt like that was the best opportunity to draw attention to what's going on. But people started to make it out about the flag, and that's not even what he was protesting.
Well, that's because idiots run this country. Idiots are pervasive in this country, and people who are cowards and don't want to address actual issues. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot easier for somebody to say, but what about the troops? Well, what about, patriotism? But at the same time, if you're willing to defend a piece of cloth and a racist ass song before you defend a human life, I don't got nothing to say to you. If that's your defense to that, I'm good, man. You know what I'm saying? Because all you're doing is deflecting, even to the point where Colin Kaepernick said that this flag, this song isn't showing me any respect. Why should I show it any? But
exactly,
when you give idiots a platform, that's what happens. Okay, so we can kind of move off of that for a second here. I just wanted to, since that's the fresh thing, I wanted to make sure I gave you the opportunity, to speak on that. Especially being a guy who's familiar with the NFL locker rooms and familiar with, dealing with owners and things of that nature. By the way, he is Akili Smith. He's a former Oregon Duck quarterback. He's a third overall pick from the Bengals in 99 at Akili_Smith, AKILI_Smith on Twitter and Instagram. Hey, tell me about the name, man, because when you commented on my post on Facebook, I'm coming at you like, hey, man, I saw your description that you work with a foundation with your name on it, but your name, like Akili Smith, isn't the name that's on your Facebook. So I'm like, do you know Akili Smith? You like, I am Akili Smith. So tell me the story.
Yeah.
So tell me the story behind the whole name thing.
Well, when I was born, my dad actually went into a Swahili dictionary, and he looked up my name. My full name is Kabisa Akili Maradufu Smith Bay.
No doubt.
So a lot of people didn't know that, so I had to put it on my Facebook page just to let people know what my full name was and is, and it cleared up a lot of things for me.
What does that mean? I'm sure it means something. If your dad went through all that trouble to find it, what does it mean?
Yeah, it means power, creativity, twofold. There's a bunch of things that it means all on my Facebook page, all on my Instagram page. If anybody want to go check it out, I could definitely pull it up and let everybody know exactly what it means. But I'm happy that my dad gave me that name because it's different. And when I was a kid, it's funny, bro. When I was a kid, I used to cry all the time because people used to make fun of my name. But now I'm extremely happy and proud of my name, and my son shares the same name as I do.
No doubt, man. Shout out to Dad, man. So talking about the Facebook post, it was a post about Bill Polian. Bill Polian saying that Lamar Jackson, the Heisman Trophy winner from last year, doesn't even belong in the conversation with the other college football quarterbacks, and he'll probably do better playing wide receiver in the NFL. So my post was, this kind of stuff used to be just common thing. You know, you black, you play quarterback in college, you better get used to backpedaling or running routes or lining up in the backfield when you get to the NFL. And the reaction from white folks was awesome. It was so awesome. I was called a racist and a race baiter, and idiot white boys was talking about, I see you not talking about why there ain't more white wide receivers. And I was like, okay, you show me the white Julio Jones that somebody is making play quarterback, and we'll talk about it. That's not happening. But you spoke to it, and I thought that was a good chance to have you on the show, because you were a guy who went through your career. Your dad taught you the quarterbacking game. You went to junior college, then you went to Oregon, then became the third overall pick in the draft. But at any time did that come up with you? Somebody possibly asked you to change position?
Yeah, it definitely came up in high school when it came down to the school, my neighboring school in the community in Southeast San Diego. They wanted me to come in and play receiver or DB, but my dad's school that he went to in Southeast San Diego, they told me that I would get an opportunity to play quarterback, and that's what my dad ended up doing. And right now, as it stands today, if we were to count how many Asiatic quarterbacks, I say Asiatic, and I don't like to use the word black, but that's a different story.
True.
In the NFL, we probably have, maybe 12 max? So it's a serious issue that we're dealing with, because you have a lot of people that think that we can't handle the position mentally, and that's just not fair. And
that's what these white boys didn't understand. Like, it's not just a matter of what's happening, the Lamar Jackson comment. It's the history behind it. The whole thing about going back into the history of NFL football, where we can do, black folks, you can play football, but you're not going to play that middle linebacker. You're not going to do that. And you damn sure ain't finna play this quarterback position, because guess what? You're not smart enough to do it. You know what I'm saying? And then you have to be extraordinary. Like Doug Williams has to win a Super Bowl, you know what I mean? For people to be like, all right, I guess it's cool. But then you still have a situation where even now in 2017, you have to be a certain kind of black quarterback. And I hate doing that. I hate saying a black quarterback, because it's 2017. You should just be a quarterback. You dig what I'm saying? But you got to be Russell Wilson. You got to be Cam Newton, the clean cut. Even remember when Cam Newton got drafted, the owner, right? He was like, yep, no tattoos, no earrings. We're going to keep it that way. It's like, hold on, bruh. What does that have to do with him being able to throw the football? So if you coming in there,
nothing to do with him.
Imagine an NFL where the quarterbacks look like Colin Kaepernick. Because you remember when he got to start, there was a big deal about them tattoos, boy, until people found out they were Bible verses and whatnot. But it was a big deal. He can't play quarterback and be a leader looking like that. Really? Why? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And I thank God for that. Here's the underlining issue, one of the underlining issues, in my opinion. The Rooney Rule. Okay, the Rooney Rule was put in place just for brothers and Asiatic coaches to have an opportunity to coach and interview and things of that nature.
Right.
But right now, as it stands, the majority of the offensive coordinators and quarterback coaches in the NFL are European.
Yep.
So if the quarterbacks coaches and the offensive coordinators are European, then naturally, well, guess who they're going to want to have that position? And it is a serious problem. McNabb was ran out the league. Vic was ran out the league. Vince Young was ran out the league. Dante Culpepper was ran out of the league. RG3's ran out of the league. Cap still doesn't have the job.
Right.
Even at that time, okay, I wasn't playing well. I agree with that. But there's no way you couldn't tell me that I couldn't be a backup for 32 teams in the NFL. I don't believe that, and I will never believe that. So it's a serious issue, and there is some racism definitely involved with the quarterback position in the NFL.
Man, yeah. He's former Oregon quarterback, third overall pick in 1999. Man, it's been that long, man. Akili Smith joining the One Mike with Big Mike show at Akili_Smith on Instagram and Twitter. I want to take you back there, man. I want to go back to 99 with you, man. You had an amazing, came out of junior college, had an okay first season at Oregon, then had this explosion in your senior season. And then the Bengals decided to take you third overall. I remember that time because I was about to come out of college then. I had a couple buddies that came out that year and the year after I went to the league. And the Bengals organization was a crap storm, dude. It was like cats did not, like people's agents did not want to go into the Bengals because of the disarray that organization was in. Now, you get drafted third overall. Other than the joy that you felt knowing that you about to be rich as hell, what else is going through your mind at that time?
At that time, I was so confident as a quarterback coming out of Oregon. I thought I could get things changed over. But when I got in there and got to the inner workings of exactly what was going on with the Bengals, at that time, it was no hope prior to Marvin Lewis.
Word.
We're talking about an organization. We're talking about an organization that had the top players every single year: Big Daddy Wilkinson, Kijana Carter, Dave Klingler, every single year, and all of those players are a bust. So the true issue is, if you're getting top picks every single year and those players are a bust, when do you look at the organization and say, hold on, wait a minute, maybe this organization is a bust and maybe it's not the players? And I'm still kind of fighting that today. And to be honest with you, the biggest thing that the biggest issue that I had was just off the field, the partying and stuff like that. But even if I wasn't partying and being right in the off season, I still don't think the organization could have got turned around at that time. So
was that like the biggest challenge for not just you, but for any young player coming out of college and experiencing that whirlwind of, because you're the third overall pick, dude. You're going to be the savior of this franchise, whether you want to or not. Same thing with RG3, same thing with Michael Vick. They're not picking you that early because you're just going to be an average player in their minds. So coming into a situation like that and all these people, all the people in Cincinnati looking, Akili Smith is going to save the franchise. Are those the things that contribute to someone not, or to someone? Are those the things that contribute to differentiating an Akili Smith from a Tom Brady?
Exactly, it's very difficult because obviously of our backgrounds coming from the inner city, where some people don't come from the inner city. It's a different type of culture that's involved with that, and I even look at, for example, I look at Cam Newton. Okay, and I'm very critical of Cam Newton because I believe he has an opportunity to be one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL. But when I see Cam Newton and I see him worrying about what he's wearing and what he's dressing in with the tight pants and the shoes and all the fancy hats and stuff like that, that tells me that he's not as focused as he should be because he's worried about all that type of stuff.
Yeah. And
even when I was following Deshaun Watson in college, he was kind of the same way. And the other quarterbacks across the league, if you watch them, they don't worry about that type of stuff. I played with Brett Favre before. He wore the same jeans to work, the same shirt to work, same old hat. He just woke up, threw his clothes on, and came to work. And those little things that people think that aren't important are very important at the quarterback position.
That's funny, man. I was thinking about that. And thinking about Cam earlier today when I was preparing for the show, man. And people will want to say that, the league is catching up with him. And I look at the Tom Brady's of the world, and I look at the Peyton Mannings and the guys who are able to stay that step ahead all the time, understanding what they are, understanding where they lack, and continuing to improve. And when you look at a guy like Cam, I don't feel like, because he's been injured and now they're trying to take it easy on him, and he's not throwing at practice and things of that nature. You play quarterback. I don't think he's the type of quarterback that can afford to do that. I think he needs that physical repetition. He needs that muscle memory to be able to do his job properly. And the more he doesn't get it, I think the more he'll decline as a passer in the league. And as he declines as a passer, as he continues to get those or take those big hits, he'll decline as an athlete as well. And then he'll become an average Joe quarterback, which is no good for anybody. So what do you think about that?
I totally agree with everything that you said. I think they have to move the pocket a little bit with Cam. Even if you think about the Super Bowl, I think that they did too much preparation as far as keeping him in the pocket against the Denver Broncos, instead of running some zone reads, instead of running some boots and nakeds and things of that nature, as opposed to him trying to develop into this pocket passer in the NFL and not utilizing all of his talent. Now, should he be running around like RG3 was and all that type of stuff, trying to make plays on his legs, 10 to 15 times a game? No, I'm not saying that. But being able to do some zone read stuff, being able to fake 23 and sit up in the pocket, or fake 23 and make it a booth type play, you have to do that stuff with Cam Newton, because as it stands right now, his number one receiver is Calvin Benjamin. And he's not a 4-3, 4-4 guy. He's more of a possession guy.
He's a big body dude.
His tight end. Yeah, his tight end just went down. Greg Olsen just got hurt. So now Ed Dexton is in there. Go Ducks. I don't know if he fared too well this week. So right now, he really doesn't have the supporting cast that he needs. But, we'll see how it turns out.
What's up with your Ducks, man? You said go Ducks, man. What's up with your Ducks, man? You got your man Willie Taggart up there doing big thing. You know what, dude? I was so happy that the season started, man, because as soon as my man got in the door, it felt like the world was coming down on him. Like kids was going to the hospital because they couldn't work out, and they was getting exhausted during his workout. They slammed his strength and conditioning guy that he brought with him, so he had to fire him and all this kind of stuff. I was like, man, just let the season start so this man can start coaching. And I didn't see the game this weekend. I know they took an L this weekend, but I did see the game last weekend, and they look good. They look better on defense than they looked in recent years. And the offense still looks like that Oregon, we're going to put up a bunch of points on you offense. But what's your assessment so far early of Willie Taggart out there?
I'm so proud and happy that he's our head coach. The first time that I talked to him on the phone, it kind of felt like me and you talking on the phone, like we sitting around playing some spades or some dominoes.
No doubt.
I could not. Yeah, it's that real. We got a real dude in office. At what point we had the number one recruiting class. I think that was about 2 or 3 months ago. The tempo is back. The enthusiasm is back. So I'm looking for Coach Taggart to bring back what Chip Kelly had started. Chip brought in a great offense, that fast-paced offense with flashy uniforms and things of that nature. And Taggart is definitely going to be following that.
He's Akili Smith. We got a couple minutes left here with my man Akili Smith. Appreciate you taking the time to join me, my man. He's the former Oregon Duck quarterback, third overall pick by the Bengals in '99. Follow him on Twitter and Instagram, just like I do, at AKILI_Smith. Let's talk about college quarterback. And they keep saying, I keep hearing ESPN talk about this being the year of the quarterback, the year of the quarterback. Give me your assessment, man, on college quarterbacking nowadays. I'm not all that impressed with the guys that they're impressed with, to be honest with you, man. So when people start talking about Lamar Jackson has all these deficiencies, I'm like, yeah, he does. But guess what? So does Sam Darnold. So does the kid from Oklahoma State. So does the kid from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield. I think all these dudes are lacking. I don't see no Peyton Mannings in this quarterback class. And maybe you do because you have the eye of the quarterback. You played the position. What is your assessment of college quarterbacking, especially now in 2017?
Right now, as it stands, in my opinion, we have never seen anything remotely close to Lamar Jackson.
No, and you don't look at him and see Mike Vick, the Virginia Tech Mike Vick.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was headed.
Okay.
These are the words that even Michael Vick said. I think he said this almost like last year. He said that Lamar Jackson, in his opinion, was better than him.
He's a little bit bigger, too.
So
yeah.
Lamar Jackson was better than, he said that. Might have been last year. You may know better than me, but if Michael Vick is saying that Lamar Jackson is better than him, that kid has an opportunity to be one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL if he gets his opportunity. But the problem is when you see him slashing and running and doing other things and he misses a couple of throws, the first thing that they want to say is what? Let's move him to receiver. We're talking about a guy that's 6'4".
Yeah, it's the most ridiculous thing ever, man.
Yeah, he's 6'4", 6'3", 6'4", and he runs a 4.3 40.
Yeah,
that is incredible. Mike Vick was only maybe 6 foot.
Yeah, at best, in cleats.
At best. So we have not seen nothing like Lamar Jackson.
Before I let you go, man, it's something that I always talk to my former football guests about, especially now in the age of the information that we're being afforded when it comes to like brain injury. And you mentioned also before we start talking, you about to take your son to practice or whatnot. So I see you got the little man playing ball, man. Like when you hear all this stuff that's coming out about the the brain. First of all, how are you feeling? Like, how's your body feeling? How's your head feeling? How are you doing? I'll try to make sure I ask that question.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I do need a hip replacement. I'm bone on bone right now. I don't think it came from the NFL or anything like that. I was very fortunate to only have 2 concussions in the NFL and not like some of the other guys. But, as far as the CTE and things of that nature is concerned, with my son, we don't hit too much in practice. Mm-hmm. We teach hawk tackling. We teach tracking that hip.
Yeah.
We teach leading with the shoulder. And those are the things that need to be taught. Back then when we were coming up in the 80s, it was called heads up.
Right.
I had coaches that literally used to make me go heads up with another kid in Pop Warner. And to be honest with you, it may have affected me. So nowadays, we don't do that as coaches anymore. We go shoulders up. Now we lead with the shoulders. We run to the hip, and we try to do our best not to hit anyone in the head.
Any concerns? Like one of the most shocking things that I've heard on this show while doing the show, I was talking to my man Ruben Drones, and I asked him a question without any expectation to the answer, and the answer I got, it kind of floored me. I asked him what most concerns him, or what he's most fearful of as he goes through life post football. That dude just said turning 40 was the answer. Like, I just turned 40. Like, I didn't have no fear of turning 40. I played ball up through college, but when I heard him say that, and he explained that because of so many of his contemporaries, taking their lives and falling ill after the age of 40, I was like, damn, that's a crazy headspace to be in when your biggest fear is turning 40. You know what I mean? So I'm asking you, any concerns as you progress through life post football?
The only concerns is, situations that we try to do our best as far as controlling with what the government is doing with, chemtrails, what they're doing with our food, what they're doing with our air, what they're trying to do with fluoride in the water. Those are more of the concerns with me, just trying to make sure that our kids have an opportunity to not have to deal with some of those things, and the people in humanity know exactly what's going on. Those are my fears. As far as turning 40 and things of that nature, we got to do a good job of taking care of our body. I'm drinking alkaline water every day. I try to stay away from certain meats. I try to stay away from sugars. I try to stay away from carbohydrates and things of that nature. And, we got to do a better job with our bodies as we get older.
God, you're like the total opposite of me. Like, every good thing that you're doing is every terrible thing that I do. All right, man. I'm going to let you get out of here. But the one question I ask all my NFL guests, especially guys like you that were drafted early in the game, like you put the foot to the fire too when you got, because you came up long before all this rookie wage scale stuff. Like, cats was holding out for more money when they got drafted, and you was one of them, to make sure that you got all your ducats. So what was looking back now as a grown man, looking back now at 20-year-old or 20 whatever year old Akili Smith, when you look back at him, what's the thing that he bought with the money that now you say, dude, why, man? Why would you do that? You know what I mean? Like, why would you spend money on that?
I bought a Mercedes Benz. I put 3 TVs in there.
Of course you did.
I bought a CL 600, a brand new 2-door coupe CL 600 wired Mercedes Benz, $130,000. I bought a brand new Escalade. And at that time, the seats weren't pushed back. I pushed the seats back, lowered it, put all kind of TVs in there, Rolex watches, just stuff that I had no business buying.
Wait, you bought all these cars at the same time?
No, not all of it at the same time. It was like year after year. Like, first year, silver Benz, second year, black Benz, third year, Escalade. But it had no business doing that. You got to buy things like art that appreciate.
Yeah, no doubt.
Buy gold bricks and things of that nature. But, had a lot of money at that time, and made some bad decisions, like I said, in the off season. And that's why I'm in the situation that I'm in now, mentoring and coaching kids and trying to let them know that those decisions are bad decisions.
Dude, I tell people all the time, man, the one thing I never want to do, I never want to forget who 20-year-old Mike was. You know what I mean? I think that happens too frequently. Like, we judge these kids so harshly, knowing that if we were in the same position, we'd probably be 10 times as stupid. You know what I mean? Like, what you did, I would have done. If You give me a couple $1 million, yeah, I'm going to the Escalade dealership. I'm putting TVs and spinners and all kind of crazy stuff that we was doing in the 90s on my stuff too. But now we turn to grown men and be like, I can't believe that kid is being so stupid. Why not? I can. I can totally believe it. Yeah. And I know what it is, but I just never want to forget. I never want 40-year-old Mike, 40-year-old Mike now, to forget who 20-year-old Mike was. And then, just crucify these kids the way some people do, man. This is awesome, man. I appreciate you doing this, man. Thank you for joining me today, man. We got some stuff. I think we got some stuff accomplished. We got some thoughts out in the ether. Alkaline water, get that in your body. Stop putting all this sugar in your body. Also, you know what I mean? I'm gonna try to do better.
Yeah, anytime you want to call me and have a nice little dialogue, man, feel free to call me. I'm down to talk about whatever you want to talk about. I'm well versed in a lot of different things. I study a lot of different things, man. So anytime, brother, give me a call.
My man, I appreciate you, man.